We are live, episode 3. So welcome to episode 3. We are going to talk about the 4R reset. I'm going to tell you, though, this is not another cleanse. And you need a roadmap, though, when it comes to healing your gut. Now, if you are watching, whether it's the first time or you've been through all 3 of them and need to go back, know that you can. Or if you're just joining us in this gut reset, I'm going to tell you to go back on YouTube, go back on Facebook, go to episode 2 and episode 1, and make sure that you watch those 2 because they build on each other. And I just had a patient and she's in here currently in our office and she's like, episode 2 was incredible. So make sure that you are watching episode 1 and episode 2. And now we're here in episode 3. So like I was saying, you need a roadmap when it comes to healing your gut, okay? One that removes interference and that will rebuild the real you from the inside out, okay? This is where we really stop managing symptoms and we start restoring function back to your body. So this 4R protocol that we're going to go through tonight is not a diet, okay? It's a very strategic step-by-step process to remove toxins, pathogens, problem foods, to replace. So we're going to talk about digestive enzymes, stomach acid support, repair the gut lining with glutamine, zinc, and collagen. We're going to talk through that. And then replenish. So replenishing the microbiome with targeted probiotics and prebiotics, okay? So these 4 steps that we are going to go through are what turn any type of confusion on like, what should I do? How should I do it into clarity, okay? Most people skip steps and that's where they stay stuck, but not you, okay? You are here for transformation. So when we're made to heal, your body will heal. I want to remind you that your body is made to heal. So let's dig in. You ready? And if you're watching, you can comment because I can see them and I'd love to see who's on so you can say, hey. But do you have any of the following symptoms? Any GI issues, any foggy thinking, any achy joints, autoimmune disorders, headaches, skin issues like eczema? You have to understand that these symptoms, they aren't random and they aren't surface level either. But they're alarms. There's your body sounding off to you, that your gut is inflamed, that the barrier is most likely leaking, and that your immune system is at max capacity. So your gut is trying to get your attention. And this isn't time for Band-Aids. This is time to rebuild. So the 4R protocol it's much more than just some cool trend. Like it is not that at all. But it is a proven roadmap to reverse the damage and then restore your gut's integrity back. So we're not settling for short-term relief around here, okay? We are going to get to the root. Your gut reset protocol. So let's talk about this. Like this isn't a theory. Like this is an action plan. You've seen the signs. Like you felt the symptoms. Now it's time to rebuild from the inside out. So this is your 4R's gut protocol that we're going to go through. It's a structured, 60 days, a 60-day reset, and it's using 5 clinically backed formulas that restore your gut integrity, your immune balance, and your microbiome health, okay? This protocol is more than a suggestion. It's the proven reset that our clinic uses when walking people back to the life that they've lost. Month 1, we're going to talk through this. You're going to do a clean sweep. This is when we go to war. You're going to remove pathogens and toxins and anything overgrown with the GI removed. You're going to support your defense with, it's called Saccharomyces boulardii. It's a spore-based probiotic that's in the microbiome support. We're going to support your body. So we're removing and supporting at the same time. And then month 2, we're going to begin to rebuild. Now we rebuild the foundation. So we're going to talk about repairing repairing your gut lining using GI repair. It has immunoglobulins inside of it and soothing nutrients we're going to replace, which are digestive enzymes that will help your stomach acid with GI replace. And then there's Replenish, your microbiome with GI Replenish, targeted spore-based probiotics. Again, this is not a detox. This is a full reset, strategic, supported, sustainable. You have to give your body, though, the full 60 days. You have to stay consistent, but I promise you, you will see what happens. And your gut isn't just ready for healing, like it's built to be able to heal. And if you can take this one thing from tonight's webinar, you can't heal a system by guessing. You need a roadmap, and the 4 R's gives you just that. So let's walk through it, okay? The first step is to remove. So this is where healing starts. This is your clean sweep, okay? You can't just treat symptoms and then keep the same environment. You've got to make the gut unlivable for any type of invader that starts with what you remove. If you want like full restoration in your digestive system, you've got to remove what's wrecking the system. And we talked about this in episode 2. So that means processed food, sugar, toxic oils like your seed oils, getting rid of chemicals. And the other part, though, is that in remove, you have to eliminate the offenders. So any type of hidden invaders like parasites, candida, bad bacteria, these thrive in a toxic gut, but healing can't happen in a bunch of chaos. You can't grow life in toxic soil, because if you picture your gut like a garden, you cannot grow anything in a soil that's overrun with weeds and mold and rot. So the first step in healing your gut is to clear the interference. And then once you do, your gut can finally breathe again. It can start repairing the way that it was designed to. So we cannot skip this process of making sure that we remove anything that it isn't supposed to be there. Now, along with the remove part of the gut health is microbiome support. And here's GI remove. You can see it like this. And then we also have the microbiome support, just like this. It delivers 10 billion CFUs of Saccharomyces boulardii. We call it sometimes S. boulardii. It's a powerful gut protective yeast. Now, unlike just regular probiotics, this strain right here is tough. And that is a good thing. You want a tough bacteria in your body. It survives stomach acid, it survives antibiotics, and it survives any herbal antimicrobials, which is what is inside GI remove, making it perfect for the remove phase. We use this strain because it survives what most probiotics can't. So it's like a bodyguard for your gut during this remove phase. So while GI remove is after all of the bad guys, the microbiome support preserves and protects your good bacteria, keeping your microbiome resilient and ready for restoration. So then we get to replace. Okay. Once you remove what doesn't belong, the next step is then replacing what's been missing. So low stomach acid, if you remember me talking about it, I talked about it in the first episode and the second episode. And we talked about that low stomach acid is usually the result and cause of acid reflux. But also what happens is there can be poor bile flow from your gallbladder. There also can be weakened enzyme activity from all the damage that our body has gone through unhealthy foods and chemicals and these bad bacteria, candida, parasites. So these aren't small issues. To have weak bile flow, to have low stomach acid, to have weakened enzyme activity, like these are deal breakers for digestion. Your body will not be able to break down your food and absorb the nutrients like it's supposed to. When your digestive fire, if you will, like your digestive system, especially in your stomach, is out or low, Your food does not get broken down, so the nutrients don't get absorbed and pathogens just take over. So replacing digestive support is like relighting the pilot light in your stomach. This is what most people skip. And that's why we stay stuck. You have to reignite your digestive fire from the top all the way to the bottom. When you restore that fire and your gut finally can function the way that it was designed to, your body begins to heal. So then we move into the repair phase, okay? If your gut lining is damaged, okay, everything downstream is broken. The barrier, remember, it is 1 cell thick. It is your body's front line. It's what keeps toxins and microbes and undigested food out of your bloodstream. However, when the barrier breaks, it is called leaky gut. This is what it looks like. Normally, it's nice and tight, but when we have leaky gut, we can start to see all of it broken in, things that aren't supposed to be in there. So when that happens, inflammation skyrockets, autoimmunity can flip right on, and nutrients stop getting absorbed. So you can't patch that up with a smoothie or a supplement. Like, you need to be able to rebuild. So that's why in GI repair, there's targeted nutrients like L-glutamine, zinc, collagen, marshmallow root, aloe, all of that, okra. They come in and then they help to restore what's been lost. And it begins to like spackle up all the areas that the wall, how it's been broken. It begins to rebuild the wall to protect your digestive system with your bloodstream. Okay. This isn't surface level. This is like cellular defense. And this is where healing starts. I also, GI repair is like a multivitamin for your digestive system. So it gives everything that it needs to, for it to flourish and to thrive and to heal and to get all the things that it needs to do. So then once that's happened, this is where we begin to replenish. Okay. This is not about flooding your system with 1 billion probiotics. Okay. It's about creating balance. Okay. Balance in your microbiome. So you're not just taking probiotics, you're restoring your gut's ecosystem. And your gut microbiome is like an army. So when it's diverse and it's resilient, it helps your body digest food. It makes essential vitamins, and you train your immune system, and then it's able to block out any bad guys. So a strong gut builds a fortress. So when you feed it, when you give it what it needs, like adding seed to it, and then you begin to strengthen it, when you do that, then your gut is aligned. It is happy. It is good. And it defends you. It defends your entire life. So this is what it looks like. And I tried to get you a link to download for this, but for some reason, it wasn't working. So if you want this, I need you to take a screenshot of it or take a picture of it. If you're watching from like a TV or something, I have it again in a later part of this, but here is what the 60-day protocol looks like. So for the first month, you are only doing the GI Remove and the microbiome support. 2 capsules of the GI Remove 3 times a day, 15 minutes prior to your meal. Microbiome support, you're taking 1 capsule 1 time a day at bedtime on an empty stomach. Okay. Then you have month 2, the GI Repair. This is a powder. And inside is a scoop. You're going to do 1 scoop 3 times a day, 30 minutes prior to a meal. It really needs to be on an empty stomach. I blend it in water, and I have a frother, and that helps to get everything all together. What's the flavor? Lemon, ginger. Some people like it better cold, so you can put it in like cold water. You can put it in warm water. Some people like it warmer. So everybody's a little bit different when it comes to that product. Some love it. Some are like, ooh. But GI Replace is next. GI Replace is 1 capsule 3 times a day, 30 minutes prior to a meal. These are your digestive enzymes. And then you have GI Replenish. This is 1 capsule, 1 time a day at bedtime or with a meal. I want to point out one thing. So there's no products like this around. And one of the things, the brand, it's Pure Path, and Pure Path is regenerative. So it's regenerative farming. So if you don't know what that is, it is the best of the best supplements, and it comes from regenerative farms. So it's like farms that are regenerating, instead of like how you have a farm and it's only corn and it keeps going, and then the topsoil is not good, and it's just become less nutrients that are inside of the vegetables or grain that is grown. When you have a regenerative farm, all of that is way, way, way better. You have more nutrients inside of there. You have more like pure products when it is that. So that's what the Pure Path line is it's made from a regenerative farm. Now, let's talk about how do you eat during this 60-day thing? Well, I want to talk about SIBO, okay? SIBO diet and the healing. So SIBO, we talked about last time. It's a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, and it's exactly how it sounds, right? It's too much bacteria in the wrong place, okay? So what's the fix? You have to stop feeding the overgrowth. And so the SIBO diet cuts back on fermentable carbs, so also known as like the bad bacteria that that they love to eat, like those kinds of foods. You're backing off on them. Now, this is therapeutic, okay? This is not forever. So this is only done for a 6 to 8 week period. That is it. It's short term, okay? It's a very strategic reset, and it's designed to starve out the overgrowth, calm inflammation in your body, and give your gut the breathing room that it needs to heal, okay? This isn't restrictive, okay? It's smart, and it's temporary, and it works best when it's paired with the entire 4R gut protocol, so that healing can happen at the same exact time. So what is on your plate? Scan that QR code. It is a resource for you. Same thing. I tried to get a link directly to it. Oh, actually, I think I can. No, sorry. You need to scan that QR code to get the paperwork. But it is low FODMAP veggies like zucchini and carrots and spinach. It's clean proteins like wild caught fish and pasture raised chicken. It's healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, coconut oil, bone broth, and really gut healing herbs. You're limiting your amount of fruit, like small servings of berries or citruses, like no stone fruits, like no pineapples and things like that. You're not just eating less, okay? Like less food, like kinds, but you're eating for restoration. Your body needs to be able to restore, okay? This diet is not a lifestyle. Okay. It is a season of healing. And so remember, the goal for this is not restriction. So if some of you are looking at it right now and you're like, oh my gosh, like, ugh, no, like, I don't want that to be what I do. Remember, limited amount of time, 60 days. That is all that you're doing for the rest of your life to help your body be able to heal. So let's walk through the three processes the 3-step process to heal. You guys see that on that left-hand side? You could do something 1 hour at 900 degrees, but you're going to burn the turkey. But you can put it in for 3 hours at 300 degrees and you get a perfect turkey, okay? There is a process to heal, okay? We've already seen it. We've already talked about it in the past episodes. A pill is not going to fix this. Real healing isn't a hack. It is a process. Your body was brilliantly designed, but it can't be rushed. There are no shortcuts. If you want true restoration of your gut, you have to go to the root. Number 1, identify the cause, remove the interference, and restore balance back. Restore what is missing. This is how you go from just like surviving your day to thriving in your day, okay? You identify what broke it, you remove what's hurting it, and restore what's missing. This is how health is built in our bodies, okay? Step by step, layer by layer, trust the process. It absolutely works. So here are your action steps, okay? Begin your gut reset protocol. I'll put it up at the very end so that you guys can have it if you need to, if you didn't, okay? But you've got the knowledge. I want to remind you, you've got the knowledge. Now it's time to just take action to help your gut actually heal, okay? This is not about perfection. This is about progress. Number one, begin the 4-hour gut reset protocol. This is your step-by-step guide for the next 60 days. Number 2, order or pick up the Pure Path supplement support stack. Those are the 5 formulas that we went through today to help your body to begin to heal. Third, download and get the SIBO diet food list right here if that applies to you. And then it'll take the guesswork, you guys. It takes the guesswork out of eating while your body begins to reset. Now, some of you are like, I don't know if I could do this all at once. Okay, don't try to do it all at once if you can't. Just take the next right step. Okay, print the protocol, order your stack, keep showing up. That's how healing begins. And finally, get registered for episode 4. It is the last one. Last one. But now that you've got the roadmap to heal, what are we going to cover in episode 4? We're going to learn how to live in that healing, living the gut healed life. Because I want you to just take a minute. Like, envision yourself healed. Envision yourself, like, what would that mean for you? What would that mean for your family, for your life? Because this isn't just about a protocol or any type of a reset. It's about creating a lifestyle that protects what you've rebuilt. So next week is our final episode, episode 4, Living the Gut Healed Life. We'll show you how to use the 5 essentials to maintain long-term health, okay? So that's movement, that's mindset, that's chiropractic, that's minimizing toxins, that's nutrition. So that final episode, I'm gonna bring it all together because we're done chasing symptoms, right? And this one's about maintenance, it's about momentum, and it's about mastering your health long-term. So don't miss it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put links in the comments so that you guys can have like where you can go. Like maybe you're not from here and you're like, how do I order some of those products that you were talking about? I'm going to make sure that you get them. And I don't see any questions or anything to answer. Sorry, it's taking, oh, there we go. Here we go. Sometimes silence is weird, but it's okay. Hang in there. It's coming. Just taking a minute to load on up. Okay, here we go. Here's the gut protocol gut products online if you need to get those. We also have them in our office. And next week we start the pre-Black Friday sale, 20% off. So you can stay tuned if you're here locally and want to come into the office. We also have, we're giving away an entire gut protocol because we have friends and family this week. And there are different ways where you can enter to win. You can refer somebody into our office. You get tickets to win. We're giving away an entire gut healing protocol. If you leave a review on Google, Yelp, I think those are it, Facebook, you get entered in to win. So you get in the raffle. So you could do that too. You could take a picture of me and put it on our Facebook page. But you can take a picture of anything and tag us on Instagram, and you also get entered into win. So we have a raffle that's going on in our office currently right now. So those are some couple different ways that you could win the entire bundle for yourself or for a member of your family. So that's all that we have for episode 3 today. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know, and then I'll see you next week.